Your Excellency Dr. Omar Arazaz, Minister of Education, Your Excellency Mr. Peter McDougall, Ambassador of Canada to Jordan, Excellencies and esteemed officials, dear UN colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It is really my privilege to welcome you today to the launch of two very important and complementary education initiatives, the Global Education Monitoring Report, GEM 2017-2018, and the Education Strategic Plan, ESP, of the Ministry of Education of Jordan for the years 2018-2022. I'm honored to be delivering these opening remarks today in the presence of this esteemed audience and celebrating the collective efforts of all those who have participated in the development of both these very successful initiatives. I would like to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation to His Excellency Dr. Omar Arazaz. The Minister's steadfast vision for the future of education in Jordan and his consistent and personal engagement to improve its quality are truly inspiring. During the entire Education Strategic Plan development process in particular, Dr. Arazaz's vigorous leadership and commitment to the genuinely inclusive approach have been exemplary. UNESCO is grateful for the profound collaboration that underpinned the conception, development, and realization of the Education Strategic Plan. I also wish to thank and pay tribute to the highly dedicated ministry staff, to whom my warmest congratulations go, for engaging during every step on the way in a fully participatory process. Without them, this achievement would not have been possible. I would like to welcome to today's event His Excellency the Ambassador of Canada. As one of the largest and most strategic donors to education sector, Canada has generously provided critical financial support to education strategic plan formulation process, enabling UNESCO to ensure a sustained, specialized technical expertise. Colleagues from the Canadian Embassy in Amman, however, have gone beyond that. As valuable partners, they have proactively participated and made significant contributions to the various phases and steps of the technical discussions, always seeking solutions and offering support to move the process forward. We are extremely appreciative for their engagement, which we hope will be continued in the coming months. Allow me now to touch briefly on why the launch of the Education Strategic Plan and the Global Education Monitoring Report are under the same event. Focusing first on the GEM report, the theme, as you see, of the 2017-18 edition is Accountability in Education, Meeting Our Commitments. Within the context of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the report in this second edition continues its global assessment of progress made towards Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which focuses on inclusive, equitable, quality education and long life learning opportunities for all. The report investigates the critical topic of accountability in education by working towards an analysis of how stakeholders can provide education more effectively, efficiently, and equitably. In his upcoming presentation, my colleague Dr. Jordan Naidu, the Director of the Division for Education 2030 Support and Coordination at UNESCO headquarters in Paris, will illustrate the main findings and key messages emanating from this revealing report. However, also from my side, let me take this opportunity to reiterate something that we all know, but perhaps we need to be reminded of. Education is a shared responsibility, a collective enterprise. As engaged partners and stakeholders, each in our own capacity and within our own responsibility, we are all accountable to ensuring a brighter educational future for this generation of students and those who will follow. Reflecting on the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and its implications in Jordan, it is important for us to reaffirm our collective commitment to work in a concerted and effective manner towards unlocking progress to realize SDG 4. Accountability, therefore, should be understood as a means to an end and an empowering tool in achieving SDG 4 targets. We discussed the accountabilities of government, schools, and teachers, of course, but must also consider the accountability of citizens and civil society organizations, parents, media, the private sector, the international community, and UN organizations. We are all actors in different modalities. We are now called upon to reconfirm our support to good quality education efforts in Jordan through the Education Strategic Plan implementation. This will improve synergies and complementarities between the humanitarian response related to the Syria crisis and the longer-term national development priorities, leveraging and utilizing needed resources more effectively and efficiently. The themes of today's launch lend itself very well to the panel discussion which will follow later this morning and which is entitled Partnership and Accountability. Is Jordan meeting the commitments? And which I hope you will find stimulating. Through the interaction between the panelists and the moderator and the audience, we will hear how several impressive educational initiatives have taken on their share of accountability already and demonstrated that concrete partnerships can be attached to the big picture and result in strengthened policy consistency and cohesion and reduced fragmentation of efforts. I would like to express my gratitude personally to all the panelists and the moderator, and I very much look forward to their insights. Let me conclude by saying now that the launch of Education Strategic Plan is not the end of our collaborative efforts. On the contrary, it is simply the beginning of a renewed and even more robust partnership. We celebrate today the Education Strategic Plan as a concrete example of what this powerful alliance of like-minded partners can achieve and have achieved over the past 10 months. The Education Strategic Plan should be viewed as a living document that will be discussed, monitored, and updated annually. Tomorrow, ministry staff, experts, and stakeholders will purposely meet under the chairmanship of His Excellency the Minister to define the parameters of the Education Strategic Plan monitoring and evaluation frameworks, as well as the coordination mechanisms as they are reflected in the document. And there is an open invitation to whoever is interested to join the meeting tomorrow. I hope we can count on all engaged stakeholders in the upcoming months to sustain technically and financially the Education Strategic Plan, which represents the collective enterprise for inclusive, equitable, and good quality education for all in Jordan. Thank you very much for your attention.